The grand ballroom was filled with a tense atmosphere as Olive Valles, daughter of the Duke, stood facing Anobria Oscar, the son of the Marquis. Anobria's voice cut through the silence like a knife. Olive, Anobria Oscar, the son of the Marquis, I'm ending our engagement. His declaration echoed, shocking everyone present. What? Are you saying, Olive Valles, daughter of the Duke, that you no longer want to marry me? Olive's voice trembled with disbelief, though it was tinged with bitterness. The tension between them was palpable. You know exactly why I'm doing this, Anobria responded coldly. I don't need to spell it out. In hushed whispers, the spectators murmured among themselves. Olive might be temperamental, but Anobria didn't object when their families arranged the marriage, did he? Someone questioned. I heard Olive Harris's any woman who even tries to approach Anobria, another added. No wonder he's fed up. This scene was straight out of the novel aria of the Imperial Rose. As if on cue, the doors opened, and all eyes turned toward the entrance. His Highness, the Crown Prince, had arrived. Here comes His Highness, shoo, someone warned, as the room fell silent. I've read this book cover to cover over 10 times, a voice whispered in awe. The story was unfolding exactly as written. Reynold Hurt, the Crown Prince, stepped forward, his presence commanding attention. His voice rang with authority. Your Highness, please be my witness, Anobria requested. I never imagined I'd be standing here, within the world of this novel. I've become Olive Valles, the infamous villainess known for causing chaos at every turn. In the book, Olive meets a tragic end, paying the price for her wicked deeds with a cruel death. But no, I don't want to die. I can't believe I've become the very character I despised. I'm Jiang Mi, just a regular office worker. I stayed late at work, helping a colleague finish a PowerPoint presentation until 1 a.m. The next thing I knew, I died of a heart attack and woke up here, trapped in the body of Olive Valles, the Duke's sinful daughter. Olive's downfall began the moment Anobria broke off their engagement. She had framed Corellia, the heroine, and ruined her family's reputation. That led to her own demise, when the Crown Prince sentenced her to execution. Why can't I catch a break? I've already died once, and now it looks like I'm going to die again in this world. Olive Valles, do you have any objections to annulling this engagement? Anobria asked, staring directly at me. Huh. I mumbled, stunned by how handsome he looked in person. He was even better looking than I had imagined. This novel is filled with beautiful men. Could this be? Those baseless rumors must be troubling you, a voice interjected, snapping me out of my thoughts. Who is it? And why would you assume I'm upset? I asked, masking my confusion. I find this hard to believe, Anobria continued, with a note of skepticism. Surely, they're exaggerating. As an educated woman, I doubt you'd engage in such cruel behavior. They must be mistaken. Corellia Neilette, the Earl's daughter and the novel's heroine, stepped forward, her presence radiating grace. She was known as the Imperial White Rose, admired by all. Olive has no grace at all. She wishes she were half as admirable as Corellia. That thought lingered in my mind. No one is mistaken, someone whispered. Olive doesn't deserve Corellia's trust. When I read the book, Corellia always struck me as suspicious. The story portrayed her as innocent and compassionate, but I couldn't shake the feeling that she was putting on an act. As I faced the unfolding drama, one question loomed large in my mind. How can I survive in this twisted world where I'm destined to die twice? Corellia's sweet words were nothing more than a disguise. Beneath her polite tone, she was subtly insulting Olive, implying she lacked proper manners. Just moments ago, it seemed like Corellia was standing up for Olive, but her intentions were far from genuine. I know exactly where this is headed. According to the novel, Olive's temper flares, and she lashes out at Corellia. This only damages her reputation further. The Crown Prince, who already views Olive poorly, begins to despise her even more, leading to her downfall. Olive Valles, do you have any objections? Anobria's voice suddenly pulled me back to reality. Oh no, I completely forgot to respond. How could I be so careless? This is the man who will eventually have me killed. No, Your Highness, I quickly reply, forcing a calm expression. I've actually wanted the engagement to be annulled for quite some time. Anobria raises an eyebrow, surprised. Oh, is that so? Yes, I continue, thinking fast. In truth, I've fallen for someone else, but I kept it a secret because of our engagement. Thank you, Anobria, for setting me free. Whispers ripple through the crowd as everyone reacts. Anobria, who had confidently declared the breakup in front of everyone to embarrass Olive, now finds himself outwitted. I'll take my leave now. I apologize for disrupting the event with my personal affairs. Anobria's voice calls after me, dripping with curiosity. I didn't know you had feelings for someone else. Now that the engagement is off, I imagine you'll be getting married to this person soon? I can't help but panic internally. Now that I'm no longer engaged, the Vyas family will be eager to find a new match for Olive. In this world filled with handsome characters, I've barely met anyone yet. There's no way I can let them marry me off so soon. I need an excuse to stay single. Not even Anobria, with all his charm, could capture Olive's heart. Everyone must be wondering, who is this mysterious person she's supposedly in love with? There's only one way to scare off all potential suitors, the Crown Prince himself. What? Yes, actually, I'm attracted to His Highness, I declare, hoping it's enough to keep everyone at bay. I'm counting on you, Your Highness, to help me out. The Crown Prince's expression darkens. That foolish woman. What nonsense is she spouting? In the original story, Olive's domineering father, Duke Wildino Vyas, wasted no time arranging blind dates for her after she lost her fiancé. Pick a name from this list, he demanded, thrusting a parchment at her. The men listed were reluctantly dragged into these dates, forced by their families to meet Olive despite her dreadful reputation. She was universally disliked, which, given how she was portrayed, isn't exactly surprising. Her reputation only worsened. These blind dates are going to be a real challenge. If one of them genuinely likes me, I might have to get married. But if I deliberately mess up the dates, people will just gossip about me. Neither option is great. There's only one solution. Usually, when I provoke Olive, she snaps, making me look better in comparison. But today, she didn't make a fool of herself. She even confessed her feelings to the Crown Prince. Now that everyone believes I'm interested in the Crown Prince, my father won't pressure me into marrying someone else. Miss Vyas, we hardly know each other, he said. How can you say that? I replied. We've spent time together before. Don't you remember? Anyway, I'll never stop loving you. What an awful charade. She's clearly using me as a cover. Sorry, Your Highness. Enjoy the awkward tension. I'm out of here. Does she actually think she has a chance at becoming the Crown Princess? Only I deserve to be by his side. As I glance at the sky, I notice it isn't much different from the one in my world. It's vast and limitless. So, this is what the world inside the novel looks like. I've been so swamped with overtime lately that I haven't even had time to look at the sky. Am I really dead? It's still hard to wrap my head around the fact that I'm living in an entirely different world now. But with this new life, I'm determined to make the most of it, no matter what comes my way. I'll live to be at least 100. I'm going to savor every moment of this life. I'll get to know every handsome man in this novel. Miss Vyas, should we leave now? A voice suddenly broke my thoughts. There's one of them. Just look at him. His hair shimmers with a bluish-violet hue, just like the sky at sunset. That's Raul, Olive's knight. The carriage is ready, he says. Is that really Raul? My heart aches for him. I remember how tragic his story was in the novel. Poor thing. My precious little cutie. Wait a second. Olive used to step on him just to mount her horse. How could she treat such a handsome man like that? No need for your help, I tell him quickly. He's taken aback. I suddenly recall, Raul despises being touched by Olive. It's painful knowing that one of my favorite characters can't stand me now. Sigh one day, he'll notice that I'm not the same Olive he's used to. He'll change his mind. He has to. Miss, his lordship wishes to see you, a servant interrupts. At this hour? It must be about what happened at the banquet. I remember this scene was barely mentioned in the novel. The Duke was furious and severely reprimanded Olive. Olive, what on earth did you do at the banquet? His voice booms. Olive, What's gotten into you tonight? The anger in his voice is unmistakable. That's Wildino Valles, the Duke of Orland, staring me down with cold eyes. Why did you suddenly cancel your engagement with Anobria and confess to the Crown Prince? Father, Anobria is the one who brought it up at the banquet. He ended the engagement in front of everyone, making it look like I was the one at fault. How am I supposed to face anyone now? I'm your only daughter. If I'm disgraced, it will reflect on our entire family. I can handle the gossip about myself, but I can't drag the family down with me.
That's what you're really thinking. Yes. Allah's calm response threw me off. She's usually quick to snap back when scolded, but today, she's different. Is she actually considering the family's well-being? Olive, you've changed. Oh no. I slipped out of character while trying to avoid punishment. Stay composed. Father, when Anobria broke off the engagement, I realized I've made mistakes. I want to change for the better. Nonsense. How could my daughter be at fault? This is Anobria's doing. How dare he treat you like that? Wait, is this the same father who's always so harsh with Olive in the novel? But Olive, do you truly care for the Crown Prince? Or are you just using him as an excuse? His Highness is an incredible man. I genuinely like him, so please stop setting me up on blind dates. But he's no ordinary man. Father, I know what I'm doing. Very well, you may go. Thank you, Father. As I turned to leave, the butler handed me a list. We've prepared a list of eligible young men for you to consider, Your Grace. There's no need. I don't need that list anymore. Did Father just smile? He hasn't smiled since Mother passed away. Phew, that was nerve-wracking. I can't believe I managed to talk my way out of that. All those novels and anime finally paid off. But something's off. This Duke is way more laid-back than in the novel. What changed? Never mind, it's over for now. I need to focus on figuring out where I am. Where's Olive's room? The novel never mentioned its location. How do I find it? A voice interrupted my thoughts. You filthy rat from the slums. How could you mess up something so simple? When Ms. Valles returns, she'll strip you down and whip you. Is she talking about me? But I didn't do anything. The teapot burst on its own. I even saw a crack before it exploded. What do you mean? Are you suggesting something was wrong with the teapot I gave you? Enough. Get up. Everyone's terrified of Olive because of her awful reputation. Get up, Jules. A voice rang out, firm but not unkind. It's all right. Just clean up the mess. Your hand scalded. Go put some ointment on it now. The shattered teapot lay in pieces on the platter. Anyone could see it had broken on its own. Yet Rona, with a pointed finger and narrowed eyes, blamed Jules as if she'd done it on purpose. Hey you, clean this up? Rona barked, her tone laced with disdain. Employees like Jules, who were often scapegoated, silently loathed superiors like that. Ms. Valles, is there an issue? A sharp voice interrupted, slicing through the tension. Inwardly, Ms. Valles steadied herself. As long as I stay calm, no dark forces can overpower me, she reassured herself. Out loud, she responded coolly, no, there's no problem. It's late, and I want to sleep. Clean up and leave. Understood? The night dragged on, and the exhaustion in Ms. Valles' eyes mirrored her thoughts. Living as Olive late at night feels just like work. Both are so tiring. Suddenly, a frantic voice pierced the quiet. It was you. You wicked woman. You used black magic to summon a snake and put Corellia in danger. If His Highness hadn't arrived in time, Corellia would have died because of you. You're a monster. You deserve to die. D. Ms. Valles tried to respond, her voice pleading. Your Highness, please listen to me. But before she could finish, she jolted awake with a gasp. Ah, I dreamed of Olive's future. It's always worse when I sleep without closing the curtains. Her thoughts were interrupted by a gentle knock. Ms. Valles, are you awake? You have an invitation from the Neilette family. Her brow furrowed in surprise. The Neilette family? From Corellia? Why is she inviting me? The answer seemed to unfold before her, as memories of the novel surfaced. Corellia invited me to a tea party. In the story, after the confrontation with Olive at the banquet, Corellia chose to let the matter go and invited Olive to her family's tea party to reconcile. But there was something unexpected brewing. Look, she murmured, her eyes narrowing as she sensed the oncoming twist. They're wearing the same dress. The moment Olive saw Corelia in an identical outfit, she was consumed by anger. She couldn't stand it. Corelia always seemed to outshine her, and in a reckless fit of jealousy, Olive ruined Corelia's dress on the spot. The bold, irrational move shocked everyone, and the disgusted glances were all directed at Olive. Corelia, ever graceful and composed, remained the picture of perfection, while Olive's rash behavior only deepened the disdain people felt toward her. Humiliated and bitter, Olive kept acting out, and soon, she was isolated, pushed away by those around her. If I want to escape Olive's tragic fate, I think to myself, I should probably stay away from Corelia. It's safer that way. But no, running away would be the weakest option. If I want to survive in this world with my dignity intact, I have to change how everyone views Olive. I need to go to that party, but I can't repeat the same mistake. First, I must avoid matching outfits with Corelia. Problem is, I have no clue what Olive was wearing back then. Rona, there you are. Just in time. Prepare the carriage. I'm going out. The best way to ensure I'm different is to buy a new outfit myself. I'm about to leave when I notice Raul, his face marked by a fresh cut. Raul, what happened to your face? I tripped, he mutters. I narrow my eyes. That's no fall injury. It's clearly a sword cut. Why would you lie? He recoils. Don't touch me. You already know what happened. Are you mocking me by pretending to care? Before I can react, someone rushes in, enraged. You! How dare you harm Ms. Vyas? Wait, no. Oh. I call out, but it's too late. He glares at me with cold, wounded eyes. If you want to punish me, just do it like you always do. Don't pretend you care. It makes me hate you even more. His words sting more than I expected. He hates me now. No matter what I do, in his eyes, I'm always in the wrong. I command you to release him, Ms. Vyas said firmly, her voice brooking no argument. But Ms. Vyas, the guard hesitated, confusion etched on his face. Do you not understand what I said? She snapped, her patience wearing thin. Understood. Go back. There's no need for you to guard me right now. He should have some time to rest, the guard conceded reluctantly. Ms. Vyas, I'll call another night for you, he offered, trying to be helpful. That won't be necessary. I only need him, Ms. Vyas replied, her focus unwavering. As she walked away, a nagging suspicion crept into her mind. Something doesn't feel right again. Is she planning another way to mock me? Her thoughts were soon overtaken by the sights around her. Wow, so this is the commercial district from the novel. It's so lively, she exclaimed, her eyes wide with wonder. Park the carriage at the roadside and keep an eye on it. I'll explore on my own, she instructed. Yes, Ms. Vyas, came the reply. Ms. Vyas wandered through the bustling streets, her excitement palpable. Wow, there are so many things I've never seen before. Everything looks so fascinating. I want to buy everything. My long-lost shopping desire has been awakened. Empty my purse. All my precious money is in there. Her exhilaration turned to panic as shouts erupted around her. Stop right there. You thief. Catch the thief. Someone help me catch the thief. Oh no, I can't escape this, she thought, her heart racing. Please wait a moment. Ah, she murmured, caught off guard by the sudden commotion.